Yeah, bye. All right, XOXO. Got a girl. Audra at Home is filmed in front of a live Pitbull audience. Good morrow and merry meet. My name is Audra and you are in for a treat. All right, listen, before I even get started into this video, I just want to say this video is in no way meant to trigger any of your buying responses or any of that. If you do not have the money to be Black Friday shopping willy-nilly, please do not. And if this video is going to in any way put you out of pocket, go ahead and click out now. I understand. But this is Black Friday Extravaganza, and it's something I'm going to start trying to do on a yearly basis because I love capitalism Christmas! Black Friday. But I enjoy it. I have such a good time. I love buying stuff online. I know. It is what it is. It is what it is. Capitalism has a chokehold on me during Black Friday, and I'm not gonna allow it to let go. It's fine. So today what we're gonna be doing, or I'm gonna be doing, I guess we, because you're here too watching this video with me today, we are going to be talking about the Terra Moon shadows I have. They are going to be having a huge Black Friday sale. I will have a link in my description box below for you to go ahead and shop if you want to, if you're willing to. Nobody needs these things.
We just want them.
All right, and it will not be an affiliate link. I am not affiliated with Terra Moons, but if you should shop, just tell them Audra sent you. All right, so I'm going to try to swatch every single one that I have. I have Terra Moons on the eyes right now. Let's, you know what? I'm gonna stay right here first, and then we're gonna come in. What you thinking? What you thinking? So as you can see, even just from these, like, one of my favorite things about Terra Moon shadows is that they are so shiny that they often look almost wet. It is honestly, like, Terra Moon shadows are some of my favorite to do photographs with because I always feel like my eyes just look like wet and magical. So I'm gonna share that with you. Let's get started. I have a bunch, so prepare yourselves. I have dos palettes full of Terra Moons. Now, this one isn't actually completely full, but these are newer ones, so we'll start with the newer ones since that's what I have on my eyes. Oh. And I'm gonna swatch and put it back here and then just like close up on everything. So first of all, I just wanna show them the few of them that I have in here to you, just like living their little life here. And then I'm going to do this so that you can kind of see them in the mirror. And you might be able to see a little bit of shiftiness, but if not, we will live on. I am not great at filming swatch videos, so if you are looking for someone who really like gets down into the nitty-gritties of swatching, I have two people for you, and I will link their channels below. It's going to be Emily Han, my dear friend, who recently, I don't know if they've said anything, but they recently hit 4K subscribers, which is really exciting. And my other dear friend, Millie, Bad to the Brow, who is really close to 10K subscribers. If not, they may have already hit it by the time this goes up. So check them out for amazing swatches. All right, so let's get started. So first of all, oh my God, this is so pretty. Okay, I'm going to try to do this without breaking anything because breaking things is my style. All right, so first of all, we have Space Case, which is this just gorgeous green. The thing that I love about these as well, this has a very creamy texture, but y'all, this is killing it, okay? So this is what it looks like on my finger. It's doing way too much, as you can see, and I love all that it's doing. And I'm just going to pull it over my hand here. This is gonna be more of that, it's an iridescent shade, but with depth. It's like creamy iridescent. Does that make sense? But this is gonna be that shade. It gives off, oh my gosh, so much light, and it's so pretty. It has green and blue and a bit of purple. My gosh, it's gorgeous. Also, side note, I do not have anything, I don't have a primer on, but I am a black person, so I am lubed up in body butter, so that may affect the swatches. We're going to have the Veil Nebula. I'm just actually going to take them and swatch them for you because I have this camera. I don't know if it's doing a good job of showing the shadow to you. This one has more of like a grungier feel to it, and it looks like it's got like purpley silver in it. There we go, purpley silver. Sorry, my autofocus is like, I don't know what it's focusing on. Maybe it's my giant 5 head. Let's move on. Ooh, that is, okay, so we've got some green on that. And it does have some purple. This one's gonna be kind of a, oh gosh, it looks so wet and so beautiful. I'm like, it looks so wet, but you can see it there. It's just very pretty. Like when I turn them, you can see more shift on that one because it's significantly more iridescent and also less creamy than the other shadow that I just picked up. The next one is gonna be Cosmic Dancer. This one is a really pretty shade. It just, look at that. Look at how pretty these are in the pan. And I'm going to go ahead. This one has that same creamy texture as the very first one that I swatched. And I'm going to carefully pull this over. These are all just like so pretty. And I know, you know, the thing about having single shadows is that you're definitely going to end up, if you become a collector of them, you're definitely going to end up with a lot of colors that are quite similar, a lot of shades that are quite similar, but you know what? I don't care. Anyways, here we go. That is the third. Oh gosh. This is actually like too much for all of us, right? Right. All right. Let's go ahead and get into the next one, which is going to be what is in my inner eye corner. This is Crimson Eclipse. I do have this in my inner eye corner. And this is a beautiful pinky shade. It has kind of an orangey tone to it as well, but on me, it's going to come across more orange, and it just depends on what you pair them with. That's another fantastic thing about Shifty Shadows is depending on what you pair it with is what colors it kind of tends to take on and its shift. So here it is, and I am losing my voice, so you can see that it is pinky. But it does have some orange living in it, and I'm gonna bring it back here and see if you can get that orange. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's pretty. Ooh, I'm already sweating, y'all, and I haven't even started. Okay, we're going to go into my next hand, and this shade is Siren. Harkening back to the olden days of yore, where there were lovely, lovely mermaids or manatees, you know, depending on who you believe, tempting men to their deaths.
Men are weird, y'all.
Out there fucking manatees. Anyways, all right, so here we go. It's so hard to swatch with my opposite finger, but I do it anyway. In person, it does have look like a little bit of a grungy green, but I don't know if it'll come across as grungy on camera. Ooh, that is pretty. Look at her. I know, look at me using pronouns for fucking makeup. Punch me. Please don't, I don't like that. Okay, next up we have the Cosmos. This in person looks like a light, like a blue teal shade, but let's swatch it. Also has that creamy, creamy texture. Not all of them have the creamy texture BT dub. Some of them do, some of them don't. This is going to be probably more intense than I was anticipating. Oh gosh, it's green and it's a teal with a green reflect. Add in gold for good measure. And on camera, I can see that pink is coming across, which is so interesting. So interesting. Yeah, okay, I'm doing it, okay. I get so excited when I actually do well. Okay, this is on the lid and this is Star Sign. I know it's causing the autofocus to get mad. It's all of the shimmeries. All right, this is such a pretty shade. I really enjoyed playing with this because it did come across like this gorgeous kind of, it invaded and it's got like pink and purple in it, but like, oof. And the fun thing about this particular shade is that while it has the pink and the purple in it, it also has a few other like beautiful shades involved in it. But with the purple, I thought it was gonna come across as a light blue and it did not. So there it is. I'm gonna wash up and be right back with more swatches. Maybe not in a sweater. Okay, I've returned for more swatching and I have removed my sweater because I was sweating like someone who was forced to run from zombies, and that's not my bag. All right, so next up, the next shade I have for you, which is so interesting when I look at it shifting. It's got green, purple, and pink in it, and this is M51. Creamy texture as well. I feel like it's going to give me more than I bargained for. Yep. Ooh, that is very, very pretty. A lot of these are like lovely iridescents. And that's another thing I like about these is on deeper skin, it just like has this way of giving just so much extra to like your skin tone. Like when I turn it right here, I can see that it is pink. I don't know how much of that you all are getting on your end, but in like a little bit of the shade, I'm trying to see if I can kind of get it to be like a little bit dark. I've done it with the phone before, but I'm charging my phone. Listen, it's been a day. It's the same reason my eyes are red. All right, so next up I have this on the outer V of my eye. And this is Dark Energy. It's a gorgeous deep purple shade. It does have a little bit of blue in it and a light tiny bit of pink, but it is going to mostly give you a pretty true deep royal purple with a bit of a blue shift. And so this is very nice because you can really pair this with a lot of the different shades in here. And it's nice too because you can, I think with Terra Moons, and I'm also going to have another video up with Davina as well, you have the ability to create whatever you want and it's gonna be fabulous no matter what you do. Like that's my thing. No matter what you do, you're gonna end up looking great. You can use one of them, you can use two of them, whatever you wanna do. This next one is gonna be a Tidal Flare. Tidal Flare is gonna look more like a light orange with pink, black base obviously. Also creamy texture, but not as creamy as the previous one. And this one is very much giving like a light orange with a pink purple reflect. And on camera, I'm seeing a little bit of green as well. All right. And the final one in this palette is going to be Midnight Winter, which is just in person a pretty green. It looks like it is going to have a pink and purple shift on it, which is also going to give it a little bit of green love. And this is them on my fingers so far, by the way. The last three that we've swatched, and this is the fourth. Green with purple. Just a side note, if you are not someone who has used shifty shadows before, you have not used a multi-chrome, you have not used a duochrome, I know it's very easy to get a little bit confused. One of the ways that I always create looks is I will, in the pan, like in my palette, I will normally shift it around in the light to determine which shades I want to use. That normally helps me. Just a side note for those of you who might need help or wanted help, or who've ever wanted to know, like, Audra, how do you determine what goes together? Most of it's witchcraft, but the other part is light. There you go. All right, so now we're getting into this big puppy, and I told y'all I have a remarkable amount of Terra Moon shadows, so let's go ahead and get started here. I'm gonna try to move this along as quickly as I can so I don't keep y'all here forever. So first up, we're going to grab for UFO, which is honestly, you can tell from its look in the pan, one of my favorite shades. It's this gorgeous pinky purple. It's like it's light in tone, but it's really pretty. And I love using it for an inner eye corner highlight. It's like one of my favorite shades to use. And now you see why. And I'll bring up my fingers later. It's just like a nice subtle shade and it brings so much pop to my life. Next up, we are going to be playing with this lovely orange, which is Solstice. And these ones are more like one shade. They're just really shiny. Like, do they have a reflect? Yes, but in the pan, you're more likely going to get that color, and then whatever you put it with is the shade that it will more likely take on. So this one you can pair with green, you can pair it with pink, either or, and it will come across very well. I like to use it with green. It just gives it a little extra panache, if you will. All right, next up, we're going to go ahead and play with this one that looks like blue jeans in the pan. This is Moontide. Look, it's got a little happy face on it. This is more of a silvery blue, but it does come across as purple. Also, that sound you hear in the background is my laundry. I don't have a lot of time. I can't remember if I said that already, but like I don't have tons of time to to do all the things that I need to get done. I work a lot. Next up is Reign of Terra. So on camera, that looked very purple. It is a purpley shade. It is exceedingly creamy. And I'm gonna show you my fingers after I'm done. That sounded weird. But this one is, this is kind of cracks me up because the one next to it looks like blue jeans in the pan, but this particular shade actually comes across as blue jean on the eye. But on camera, it's gonna look very purple. But as I turn it, you might be able to see it because it has like a blue gold reflect that you might be able to catch on the tail end. All right, so I'm gonna go wash up. I might do smaller swatches for the next few so that we can get through more. All right, so next up we have Orion's belt. This comes across as just like a turquoisey blue, or well, a cerulean. Is that how you say it? Did I say it right for once in my life? I don't know. Anyway, that's what it comes across as. I really like this shade as well because it's so bright and so beautiful. It just like is a very pretty blue. This one I feel like has a bit of gold in it. And I like to pair it with green and gold and purple, really anything. I love this shade because it just gives so much. It's handing over all of the gold. All right, the next up we have, these ones are more just like one shade. There's a little bit of shiftiness to it, but it's more just shiny. These are just shiny. This one is called Radiation. It's a beautiful green, and it's gonna come across as green, and it's hella shiny. Hella shiny, hella shiny, hella shiny, hella shiny. Finalmente, I have Terra, which I do feel like I broke Terra at one point. I can't remember. Anyway, but I got another one. So like that's where we are in life. So this one has a little undertone. It's like a pinky red, but it has an undertone of gold on it, which I feel like all of these have an undertone of gold on them. See what I mean? Ooh. Oh, and that's what's making them so damn shiny also, my skin. Okay, next up we have this very deep shade, which if you're looking for like that beautiful, like deep, dark, mysterious person at the party, then Blood Moon is the shade you've been looking for. The thing about Blood Moon though, is though it looks like a maroon or burgundy shade, one thing that I would caution is whatever you pair with this has a black base, and whatever you pair with this may change and definitely has changed the tone of a look. This is a very dark shade, okay? So you have to be careful because I have fucked myself up trying to be like super cute, be like, oh, I'm just gonna put this like pinky shade on top. It didn't go over well. So you just kind of have to play with this one a little bit, or you can just do it all over the lid, or if you want to just do it like on the lid and then use like a matte shadow on the outside, you could do that as well on your outer V. You could do that as well, but this is still, it's so pretty. I'm still working with this one and like figuring out exactly how I like that one, but it's really, really on that like vampy end of the spectrum. All right, next up we have Multiverse. Multipath. This one is another one that's so freaking unbelievably beautiful. Now this also, I will say that this is like a more of like a lighter, almost kind of glittery formula. So this has a lot of glitter. This is gonna be more of a glittery, shiny shade than anything else. I would use this one for a topper or inner eye. Next up, we're gonna have Palladium. This one in person just kind of looks unassuming. I don't even think I've played with this yet because I have been busy, but I'm gonna show you my other fingers first. These are the other fingers from all the shades that I have swatched thus far. Not like it matters to you, but just in case you cared. But this on the finger, it looks just like this beautiful wet gold. Okay, so it's gonna have like a pinky sensation, but it's bronze. It's a beautiful shade. I think this is the shade. Look, it just looks like fucking molten molten, just melted. I think that this shade is what I want to try to pair with Blood Moon and see if I can make them be friends. This is another shade I have not had a chance to play with yet, because you have to, like, you pre-order a lot of Terra Moons, and then when they started coming in, like, I was busy so I couldn't play. But in the pan, this is gonna look gold. On camera, it's looking pink, so that gives us an idea of its shift. That is another trick you can use, is lighting in cameras. Even your cell phone camera, if you're trying to figure out what shade you want to use. Now, this is definitely going to have green and gold in it. I've noticed that a lot of times if it looks pink, it's gonna have green and gold. And there you go. Oh, this is too much fun for me. Okay, I'm having a good time, and I don't like that for me. Next up, we have Dark Side, which is wow. And this is like a silvery gray. I feel like this is more of a topper shade as well. And you would likely need a base for this, but it's going to give a lot of shine. Ooh, that's pretty. And like, if you notice kind of when the light moves, you can see it picking up the shades from like the other one. It's, I can't. Here is one I have not yet tried, and this is Hyperion. On camera, it's looking kind of brown. In real life, it looks grungy green for the win, but probably has some pink in it as well. Ooh, bitch, I can't believe I haven't played with this. Oh, I was right about the pink. Yay. Look at that. Oh my gosh. If you want my body and you think I'm sexy. Okay, I'm done now. So here are my fingers from both hands. Oop. And we'll be back with the last. We will be back with the last 12 shades. I'm hoping I can get most of them done, but I'm probably gonna have to do another wash. So, you know. All right, so we are back again, and we're gonna go ahead and just jump in and get started. We have Cashapp, I believe is this name. And in person, it looks, oh, did you hear my voice just crack? It looks like a gold, and I feel like it is going to essentially knock my socks off and look like wet gold. And I was right. So, if you are looking for that perfect New Year's gold, there you go. Gorgeous. It's very wet. Again, that's one of the things I love about them. Wet looking, wet. I like my eyeshadow to just look so wet. Like, it's so wet. I'm sorry. Next up, we're gonna have Carbon. In person, this is silvery. And I feel like this is gonna be pretty intense, but also more toppery than anything else. And yeah, this is a very beautiful silver. This is gonna, again, this is gonna look wet. Next up, we have Starburst. This is actually one of my favorite shades from them. I absolutely love Starburst. It just gives me life, and it makes me feel like a bad bitch every time I put it on. There's something magical about this formula. It's a flakier formula. That's what it is, flaky. But this particular shade just elevates like literally every one of my looks. And I know that the camera is not necessarily doing all of the justice that I wanted to do, but remember, I leave the professional swatching to the professionals, of which I am not one. So yeah, so this is it. All right, next up we have another of my favorite shades to use for my inner eye highlight, and that is Titan. And it is because it looks gold in the pan, but it often comes across green, and I love green. This is gonna be more of that creamier formula, but when I swatch this for you, it's gonna be a bit of a party. Oh God, it is just, I need to just put this all over my lid because that's how beautiful it is. Like, how pretty is that? Oh my God. Okay, I'm trying to make love to myself because I'm loving these swatches. All right, next up we're going to have Big Bang. On camera, it's looking very green. In person, it looks kind of bluey. It also has a purple and pink reflect in it. This is going to be more of a creamy formula, less of the flaky. And it's gonna come across as turquoise and purple with a bit of that pink. This is a thumb swatch, so we're not gonna make fun. All right, we're nearing the home stretch. Next up, we have this shade, which is Mercury, which obviously named after the red planet. Wait, that's Mars. What's Mercury? Anyway, we have Mercury. This one's gonna come across as like a fiery orange with green. And on camera, it's looking pink. All right, up next, before I let you escape the party, we have Helix Nebula. In person, it's got kind of a mishy-mash, but what I'm pulling from it is gonna be purple, blue, and pink. This gives blue jean to me, and I don't know if you know what I mean, like more acid wash. It gives more like an acid wash jean, but across, on camera, it's coming across purple. You can see a little bit of the pink reflect as well. Now this fiery rainbow demon is called Gamma Ray. And there's a lot actually happening in this that's not coming across on camera because it is green, it is orange, it is a lot of different shades, and it's beautiful. And it's just this like, for me, it comes across as like almost a bit of fiery iridescence. It just has like a different intensity. Now I know that these, well, no, I'm not gonna say it again. I know I'm not great at this. I don't care. I'm having fun, and that's what matters. Up next, we have Counting Stars, like that song from that band whose name I can never remember, but I always remember like parts of their songs, and I always have to ask Google, like, what's that one song? We'll be counting stars. All right, so in person, it's a light blue. I feel like it's gonna have a little bit of a pinky purple shift, and I am correct. It's like, guess the shift. It's gonna be pinky purple. On camera, it's coming across as it's true blue. All right, we have 3 more and then we're free. This is Inertia, which does look kind of similar, I feel like, to, I think it was Gamma Ray in the pan. But in persona, this one has less of an iridescent feel. This one's gonna be deeper. It's gonna have green and orange with black base. You're even gonna get some blue out of it if you put it with a blue shade. Look how shiny my hand is from washing it so much. Can't wait to put on some lotion. We only got 3 more. All right, next up is another gorgeous, gorgeous, oh God, I can't deal with these. This is Rubidium. I swear, it's like my tattoos, everything tries to like steal focus from whatever it is I'm doing. This is gonna be another one of those beautiful bronzy shades. Ooh, Jesus. This is also flaky, so my bad. You're about to get like blinded by the light. Wrapped up like a douche, middle of the night, blinded by the light. I know it's not wrapped up like a douche. I know that, but I like singing it that way. This is gold. And it's a lot. Started getting excited by the end. Y finalmente, we finally have Centauri. I feel like each collection has this just like a deep shade, and that's one of the things that I do is I tend to buy them in their collections. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this for you. This looks like red, and on the pale girlies, it is red, but on the deeper skin babes, like myself, it's gonna be pink and green. It does have that deep red undertone, so I think that if you pair it with Blood Moon, you can make it even more, but like, bitch, that is gorgeous. All right, I'm gonna wash up, put some lotion on, be back, and give you my conclusions. Now, if you are a seasoned singles hoe, you know you can pick up whatever individuals that you'd like. However, if you are new to single shadows, new to multi-chromes, or just new to Terra Moons, I highly recommend, I know a lot of people don't feel like this, but I do, get a bundle. The bundle deals for me are also like really helpful because for a lot of these, I got the bundle that was going on. And in fact, I believe this is the fall bundle. That's what's in here. This is their fall bundle. I like doing it like this because I just, when I am trying to figure out what I like, what I want to play with, plus I just, one, I'm a grabby person. I'm just like, give it all to me. It makes my life easier. But I do find that if you are new to the game, getting the bundles can kind of help you to figure out how to play with your multi-chromes, with your duochromes, and with your shiny shifty shadows. I find that when I first started getting them individually, I did have a little bit of difficulty, like just even doing a full on, you know, shimmer look. I was like, oh no, you have to have a matte, you have to have a matte. So I would recommend that. Also, side note, just in case you were like, oh, but what if, I also do have the El Barrio palette. So this is another way if you are into having the mattes, and you can actually take these out. So if you want to replace things, you can. I can do that. I'm not going to do it today because I just know that the second that I try to pluck one out, I'm going to fling this whole palette of everywhere, break everything, and cry deep inside my spirit and my soul. And I don't want to do that. But you do have this. But I would say, like, if you're trying to enjoy, you know, doing a full shimmer look, you haven't done so before, these really help because almost every single one of them comes with like more of a deeper shade that you can pair everything with or like explore. And I want you to explore. I want you to have fun, enjoy yourselves. So they will be having a sale. It starts on the 24th, whatever day of the week that is. I don't know anymore because every day is the same when you're always working. I am in the middle of a 10-day stretch and I'm just like, let me be free. But yeah, I highly recommend that. And there's not, like, I hate to be the person who says this, and maybe it's my Taurian nature, but like, I love all of these shadows that I have from Terra Moons. There's not one where I'm like, that could be better. Like, I like and enjoy all of them. I like to play with all of the ones that I have played with. And now that I've like swatched some of the ones that I haven't had an opportunity for, baby, looks coming, all right? I'm very excited. All right, thank y'all so much for watching this video. I hope that this was helpful for some of you. Again, if you are looking for like the in-depth badass swatches, check out Emily Hanhan, and make sure you go ahead and check out Bad to the Brown. My friend, both of them are my friends. They are fantastic people and creators, and they will have like the fancy lighted swatches that you can see everything happening. I just swatch for fun. All right, if you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor, give this video a big thumbs up, and then that way the algorithm goddess can do what she does best, which is push me further down into the algorithm so that I can continue to do whatever the fuck I want to. And as usual, huge shout out to my patrons and spooky bays. Yeah. Thank y'all so much, because without you, I would not be able to keep the bats in the belfry and the spiders firmly ensconced in their webs. You all allow me to do amazing things like try products I normally wouldn't get to try, as well as just making my days off, the one that I get, fantastic and fabulous whenever I'm able to do movie nights with you. So thank you for all of you who watch, like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you as well. And as usual, it costs $0 to be kind, because if you don't take care of your soul, I'm sure shit gonna take yours. All right, until next time, XOXO. Gala girl. I feel like this is gonna take forever to edit. I was like, I'm thirsty as I drink beer, which dehydrates you. Let me go ahead and open this and set it back into its home so we don't fuck shit up. Yes, bitch. Oh, I almost dropped it. Oh my God, sweet baby Jesus. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. My hands are glowing with multi-chromes. I am sweating. I cannot keep sweating like this because I am old. I've had enough water. Let me be. Multi-chromes. Multi-chromes. Okay, that got weird. We're gonna... I'm sure you're asking yourself, Audra, what should I buy if I am in the mood to buy?